down in the details there. But yeah, so it's Sunday. We're back on the charts again. Let's see what the potentials might be for the upcoming month, November. So, you know, it's another chance to analyze the chart from the monthly perspective and see where we can go from there. But what I'm gonna do from now, just gonna analyze gold first on the monthly time frame, then we can scale down to the lower time frames. And yeah, from there we should be good. I still do think there is very high chance gold might continue with the bullish trend of it end up. We will see where we go from here. Today we don't have learning on the call. So, and okay, last week I was meant to do like midweek recap on Friday, do have some call, but I was so busy doing some work with these AI things and things like that. So we didn't really do any chart breakdown. But I'll try to do that separately, post that video before I post this onto the playlist. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'll still break down the things that happened last week along the way while I'm analyzing the charts. But yeah, I'll just make a separate video for that on the YouTube channel. So that is good. So what we're going to do now, since like the month has ended, we're a new month, November. So I'll just go from gold to the time frame wise. I'll start on the monthly time frame, get the key level from there, then go to weekly, check the structure, and then daily, check the structure again. And then from there, 4 hour to 1 hour to 15 minutes, I'm just going to see where I might start to see some potential entry and just try to go with the market. But for that, what I'll do here, I'll just do the same thing we do over and over again. Mark the previous month low and highs, and when the candle close and open, align that with market structure, which should be good. So just enjoy. Gonna take this here. This is the previous high that gold just made, and obviously the candle closes right here, which is very important area to take on gold when it comes to price action. So yeah, we had the previous month low, the previous month high, and where the candle closes. And also what I'll do, just try to put some on where the last month candle open as well. So that will give me an idea where the market might pull back into. So this is all we're going to do in the monthly time frame. All we know for the past, like the past 3 months, gold has been super bullish. We're just going to see if November can continue with the bullish flow so that we can fill this week that we just left there. And I do believe we might start to do that because if we compare this year, the previous months here, there was a lot of week into the upside, and the market did try to fill all these weeks here. So I'm expecting the same things to happen in November, but we'll do that with the market structure. So monthly, that's all I'm going to do. Go to the weekly time frame, check the psychological number again, coming from 3,000 to 4,000. Price plus is nicely above 4,000 on gold. So let's see this week if we can have a nice push into 4,250. And then further break will push price to go back into 4,500, which is the overall target. So yeah, this is the high. Okay, that level is nicely perfect from here. So the weekly time frame that's still like gold is just pulling back. We just had a pullback for 2 weeks. And the way I'm seeing this candle start to exhaust from here, if we get another weekly bullish engulfing candle like this, gold will be gold will be looking good. Yeah, just one week candle will be good on gold. So I'm just gonna go back to the daily time frame. Weekly wise, we can't really check any structure here, but coming back into the daily though, let me just put you guys on the game for a little bit and then we can continue with the market. So, okay, if you go back on gold, back to back on a monthly time frame and just check that daily time frame here, what's been happening at the start of every month here. You can see here, this is April. When the April started, obviously we had a nice pullback here. But that was at the start of the month. What happened? We then give nice bullish engulfing candles here, and then for the rest of the month, gold just keep buying. And the same thing happens on um May. We had another pullback. Price gave you another engulfing candle formation here. Bullish engulfing closes bullish, and from the rest of the month, we just continue buying. And then the same thing happened in June, we do have a little bit pullback here. Price gave us bullish engulfing, but we just had a dead falling to the upside. But as we get closer to July, what happened? At the start of the month, gold did give us another engulfing pattern here, swing low forming. What ended up happening? Price then continued to buy all the way by end of the month. And then we run into August as well. At the start of August, gold did have a pullback and come all the way back to where June move started from. But at the start of August, what do we see again? The same candle formation here, swing low forming. What end up happening? Gold just continue buying for the rest of the month. And we can see here, we enter in September, price just started with bullish behavior, and from the rest of the month, we just continue going here. And you can see here, we enter in October as well. We had a nice little bit pullback. Price gave us some bullish behavior here. What end up happening? We just continue going higher. So now that it's in November, obviously November is starting here. All we need at this point is just another bullish engulfing candle at this point. Yeah. Because it's just doing the same thing over and over again. So yeah, at this point, obviously we can see here on the 30th of October, we did have the bullish engulfing candle that we was looking to see if gold is gonna get us from here, but we didn't end up having it until here. So what I'm paying attention to right now is one thing: the candle that is going to open might just give us a little bit pullback and just continue going. So we'll have a nice daily bullish candle around here. Why? Because God is already kind of forming that formation that we need. So this is the candle that I'm going to use more for my focus right now, because this here is giving me, okay, we did have the bulls coming back in this market in this candle here. So any day from here, when we had a new candle open, we might have a little bit pullback on that daily candle, but the idea is for price to continue going high, which is why I'm going to pay attention to on gold right now. But you get the idea. The same thing that has been happening all these previous months here, we're expecting the same thing happen. But since we had the previous month low here and the previous month high is here, and price is very close to this low here, there's very high chance we are going to buy from this low here all the way back into this high. So that is what I'm paying attention to right now. This is the previous month low here, this yellow line. I'm gonna put that into four, close that there, and this is the low where the market open on the monthly time frame. I'm gonna put that into G, close that here as well. Yeah, gold is looking so good. I'm just gonna delete all these levels as I don't need them anymore. New months, new price action, new mindset, new approach to the chart. So gold daily time frame is looking really good, bro. Because this pullback that we had here, like the last time we had a nice pullback on gold was in August, bro. This is actually the most recent pullback. So at this point right now, just gotta be paying attention to the daily candles every day, daily candles every day, daily candles until you actually see that clear direction. So what I'm going to pay attention to right now, this candle that is going to open on the daily candle, I'm just gonna see if we can see some buying volume in that candle. But other than that, there is nothing else that I need to look for on the daily time frame. I'm just paying attention to this candle here. Although the candle formations are not clean, so what we might do, we can have another pullback until we actually get that formation clear before gold can actually go higher. I'm seeing if gold can come back into these monthly levels, so around 3858 area, and then we can rebound from there. But I do not see price coming from there. That is just what I'm gonna pay attention to. So let's see, price is now above the 4,000 area. I'm gonna go to the 4 hour structure. You can see here the market seems like it's kind of trying to change the direction from where we are currently. So this structure here is the same structure that we're still using on gold. Nothing changed with this structure. That is the actual structure that we're using for these buys that we're building up on gold right now. Why? Because the market structure stays the same on the lower time frame and the higher time frame stays the same as well. So because gold was making a higher highs here and higher lows here, and then we obviously we did create this high here and then pull back. We did fail to take out this high, so I didn't count this as higher low. So that means the price is still within this range here. What happened here? We did swipe below this structure here, which is this. We did trade it below it a little bit for liquidity. However, price then tried to trade back above the same area. So what that means for me is that okay, if we're gonna trade below here, price should continue going with the structure and just continue making lower lows and lower high. But the moment I'm seeing price trade back above this structure level here, I'm just paying attention to the same thing. The market should never go back below here. If the structure is still gonna hold, we just take the liquidity from this low here. Now we're gonna try to trade back above it, give us some clear signs here that market is gonna hold and continue going high. That is the price action I'm seeing on gold, but it's the same thing in honesty. So for that, I'm just gonna use that reference on the 4 hour time frame and delete some of these things here now as well because I don't need them. This here as well, I don't need. I'm just gonna leave these levels here. Structure, potentially we'll see another one here. Dated next November. That's okay. Yeah, 4 hour time frame goal is looking so good as well, honestly, bro. Because if this market is failing to make a new lower low here, we're starting to see signs that this market is trying to create new highs here. But it's just more of looking for clear entries. I was in a trade on gold on this week here, but however, closes around this 4,000 level because of the weekend coming in. So now the market just opened. You can see here, we're gonna pay attention to if gold is still going to trade back above this key area, which is the main structure that we're in, and see if price can then push higher and go target the previous month low high. So when I catch entry on gold, though, obviously I'll be going in and out the market, but this is my long-term target. And if that area breaks, we're gonna go into 4,500 on gold. So that is what I'm looking for on the 4 hour time frame. At this point, I'm just gonna see if this market can pull back on the 4 hour time frame around these levels here and then give us some bullish shine. So once that happens, for sure, we might start to see some volume kicking in on gold. So the 1 hour time frame, mm, nothing really on here to check. This area is still the same thing. I'm gonna use this. Wednesday, let's see if by Thursday we can. Okay, so gold 1 hour time frame, the structure, we're creating a new high above here, giving us false sign. Obviously, this will be the higher low. Then we create another higher low here. The idea for this was to take out this high and create new high, which we had. So technically speaking, we're in this range on gold right now. As long as gold is trading above this level here, I'm still bullish. So price can come all the way here, give us a buying signals, and then continue going from there. That is literally what I'm gonna look for gold on the 1 hour time frame, bro. So for that, I'm gonna pay attention to if that don't happen. Let's see if we can then trade back above this level here. See where this level is reacting up from, which is here. This key levels here. Patient. There. I'm gonna put this into Tuesday. 10, 12 is okay. Let's see by Tuesday we can trade back above this area. But this point, bro, There's nothing else to do on gold because market is clearly reacting this area, reacting this area, reacting this area, reacting this area. So buying below that area is so aggressive. So the only reason I'm looking for here is see if we can trade back above these levels one more time, close above here, retest it, give me confirmation, and then we can continue buying from there. That is what we're going to look for on the daily, sorry, 1 hour time frame. So until then, guys, there's nothing really much here. We're just gonna have to go with the same structure over and over again. So I'll leave the goal analysis there and set on a light right here on this structure here. So market needs to trade. Seeing in market trade below here, obviously it's gonna tell us more like okay, there might be more sellers coming in this market and push this price here because trading back below the main structure is going to trigger only more sales to see if we can actually dump all the way back into these monthly levels that I have here. So there is very high chance gold might have another drop into 3,820 area, but obviously I'm not looking for any sales on gold. If that happens, come, that's just going to give me more clear direction. Okay, because bro, if you catch an entry around these golden numbers on the monthly time frame, it's good. So yeah, these are the two things I'm looking for. Gold break above here. We're just gonna look for buys. Just gonna see if we can push that price back into this area. So these are the two key area I'm gonna set my alerts on and be patient. Yeah, guys, that will be it for gold. EURUSD price action is so shit. I don't even want to go through that market right now. So probably tomorrow by New York session, I'll see what the price action does on EURUSD. I'll drop some analysis on there. But until then, bro, that price action on EURUSD is really bad. So you don't even have to waste the time on it. Gold is looking good though for sure. So my buyers are still mainly bullish on gold right now. So I'm not focusing on sales. So until then, inshallah, tomorrow I'll catch up with Lamin. We're gonna go on the live maybe during New York session. We can work from there. But this is mainly the goal analysis, so you can just take advantage of it as well, guys. So that being said, see you guys on Monday or Wednesday. Back to AI.